got the name Hazel because a friend of Grandma and Grandpa's, bought her material, fabric for a new dress. She'd buy her fabric for a new dress if they would name her Hazel. Because that was her name, Hazel, to name her after her. And so she was named Hazel Nevella, but she never went by Hazel, ever. And when the kids at school found out it was Hazel, they called her Hazelnut. And she hated it. And so legally, even after I moved to Colorado, I think it was, she went to the courthouse and had Hazel deleted from her legal name. It was down under her little sink. It was just one of those sinks that's attached to the wall. And Mother, she says, her name was Ida Smith. And she says, I just don't have enough paper to finish this. And so Mother's cutting and pasting scraps, things that she'd torn off from the ends of the rolls to match her pattern, because it was kitchen paper and it always had a pattern, stoves or flowers or stoves and flowers and things like that, And Mother says, well, I've just tried everything I can and I'm just not going to make it work. And so she goes in the other room, gets a roll of paper out of the closet and brings it back in and says to Mother, look what I just found. She wanted to take it back to get the money for it, Probably wouldn't have been over $2 or $3, And Mother's just busting her butt, and she hung it by the roll. She didn't charge by the hour, and she was a perfectionist. Everybody wanted Mother to do their paper hanging because you couldn't even tell where it was matched up. So, Mother got mad. She got so mad. She said, you call yourself a Christian. She just thought that was pretty rotten. Why, she probably gave her a few more choice words, but I don't know that I heard those. And if I did, I forgot. And maybe I chose to forget. Because my mother had kind of a sharp tongue. It was downtown on the main drag at Hayes, not out where the shopping center is, on down where the main J.C. Penney's used to be down there, and the Jack and Jill shop and Woolworths and all of that. Mother was there. Well, a woman had come out of the alley, I think. I think that it was still divided by an alley there between some of the buildings, J.C. Penney's and something. Anyway, Mother was right in front of the store. And she opened her door to get out, and this woman came from out of nowhere, according to Mother, and just took her door off. Just took the door off. I think it was a Plymouth. And so they called the cops. I don't know who called the cops. They would have had to go in the store because nobody had any cell phones, And they came back, and so the two cops showed up, and they were conferring over it. Mother could see them conferring, and she said, so they brought Mother a ticket. One of them brought her a ticket, and she says, you've been back there deciding whether to give it to the fat one or the stupid one, the ticket, so you decided to give it to the fat one. I was hanging up clothes, and she's out there chewing me out up one side and down the other, and I must have said something she didn't like. She slapped me right in the face. I was married with 2 kids. And I said, well, now do you feel better? And she said, yeah. I said, well, do it again. So she did it again.
We had gone to Hayes. She was driving her little Barracuda, and we were crossing, I think, right about 27th and Vine, and these teenagers cut her off and then flipped her off. And Grandma chased them down to the Tempo parking lot. And she goes, "Hey!" And then she gives them the, the nice salute and twists her hand. And she goes, "And if you need a translation, that's up your butt with a wire brush and twist it twice." Grandma. I was kind of scoping the guys out, but yeah, she did what she needed to do. My grandma drove a Barracuda at the time, and I pulled in. I had a little Falcon, and I pulled in behind her, and Grandma and Grandpa would work 6 months of the year and then not work. I couldn't get my car to start, and I had to get Grandpa out of bed on my way to work, and Grandma got up too, and said, "Don't fret, you can take my car." And Grandpa says, "Yeah, take your grandmother's car." And he goes, "Go put it in neutral so we can push it out of the driveway." And I got out there, and I'd left it sitting all night in drive, shut it off. Well, there was no way it would start while it was in drive. I didn't even look for that. And so I was griping. I was really upset at getting them up, and I said, "This just isn't right. This is just not right. Nothing's going to go right for me until I hit rock bottom." And I stormed out the back door and across that driveway, and I went splat. And it was a cat, which is like pounded limestone and stuff. And so it was a rock drive, and Grandma sticks her head out the door, and she goes, "I think that's rock bottom, honey." Grandma was about her family. Absolutely, totally about her family. She loved every single one of her nephews and nieces, her grandchildren, or her children without reservation. Grandma encompassed all of us, and she loved all of us, and I think that's what her legacy was. She loved her family.